When you think about powerful electric cars, you might think about the Tesla Model S dual motor performance with ludicrous mode. It has 794 horsepower at the wheels, or about 592 kilowatts if you prefer, and it can do the 0 to 60 miles per hour sprint in 2.4 seconds. It can go on to a top speed of 163 miles per hour. It is, quite honestly, a fantastic beast, and it dominates the drag strip for a reason. And when Tesla launches its promised second generation Roadster, complete with its triple motor setup, I'm guessing it will pretty much outperform every other car out there. But there are, of course, electric cars already in existence whose specifications far exceed that of the current high-end Tesla Model S. The Rimac C2 is one such car, with its 1,888 horsepower, 1.85 second sprint time, and 258 miles per hour top speed. As you may know, however, the C2 is a $2.1 million hypercar that most of us will never see, let alone ride in or own. And frankly, that's kind of normal for any crazy performance car, electric or otherwise. In the internal combustion engine world, however, it is fairly common for automakers to produce one-off or race-spec variants of production vehicles you can buy. Sometimes those vehicles will be used as drag strip racers. Sometimes they'll simply be used as show cars for a high-profile event like SEMA. In Europe, for example, you'll even see highly modified race cars based off production cars, but with most major components replaced with race-spec gear, competing in things like the Touring Car Championship. And of course, in North America, we have NASCAR, which, like the touring cars in Europe, bear very little resemblance to the production cars they are supposedly based on. Although the cars we see ripping around the racetrack or pulling massive drifts bear very little resemblance to cars we can actually buy, there is still definitely a lot of marketing to be had from making a high-performance variant of a car that you can see in your local showroom, which is perhaps why Ford's performance arm has just revealed a monster of a vehicle, the one-off Ford Mustang Mach E 1400. Built in collaboration with RTR vehicles in North Carolina with the sole intention of driving fast and hard. This unique sibling to the 2021 Mustang Mach E is powered by a total of 7 electric motors, producing more than 1,400 horsepower, and a specially built 56.8 kilowatt-hour battery pack made up of nickel-manganese cobalt pouch cell batteries powering it all. It's not only fast, but it's also aimed squarely at the very people who've either traditionally eschewed electric vehicles because they're not seen as being macho enough, or people who've occupied the traditional muscle car world and have yet to receive any real exposure to anything without an internal combustion engine. This car, though, I'm pretty sure it feeds the itch of many a petrolhead. It doesn't whir, it screams, and the plumes of smoke that it's capable of throwing out as the tyres meet the road, well, that's going to draw a lot of fans. And like the Ford Mustang Cobra Jet 1400 drag car special from last year, I suspect it's going to change some opinions. For those who don't know, RTR Vehicles is owned by racing legend Vaughn Gittin Jr. and has been responsible for some pretty famous vehicles over the years, including the Mustang RTR X and the Mustang Hoonicorn RTR, driven by the artist on 4 wheels, that is, Ken Block. As a consequence, this particular car has been put through its paces plenty of times by many well-known names in the race and auto gincana world, and as videos published last week on Twitter show, every single one of them has been blown away by how this car drives. And yes, in case you were wondering, this reveal pretty much lays to rest any notion we had that the so-called spy shots published on YouTube under a new anonymous account 2 weeks ago was anything but a very successful viral marketing campaign designed to drum up interest. And boy did it. Even the official reveal video shot by Ford at the North Carolina test facility adjacent to where the car was developed, the same place these so-called spy videos were shot, shows that the Mustang Mach E 1400 can perform exceedingly well adjacent to other similarly high-performance one-off Fords. It's a beautiful piece of camera work. Frankly, it's an amazingly crafted video. Really well put together. To make the Mach E 1400, a body-in-white Mustang was shipped to North Carolina, where the team at Ford Performance and RTI Vehicles teamed up to create this monster. In addition to a completely different battery pack and drivetrain to the production Mustang Mach E, the Mach E 1400 has its own custom carbon fibre body kit, and the hood itself is actually made from a new prototype lightweight organic composite fibre material that could actually make it into future race cars as a replacement for carbon fibre. Everything about the drivetrain and suspension is fully customizable too, with Ford saying that different front ends can easily be swapped in by a trained engineering crew to ensure the Mach E 1400 is ready for whatever it's meant to be doing, be it circuit racing, drifting or gymkhana. It can even be configured for front-wheel drive, all-wheel drive or rear-wheel drive operation. Meanwhile, the hydraulic handbrake system has been designed to tie in with the car's power electronics, cutting power to the rear motors whenever it's activated, for maximum fun and maximum spinability. The car's battery pack, chosen so that it can be rapidly recharged between performances, has a special dielectric cooling system. This ensures that the batteries can be kept cool, even if you're literally ramming current into them. All in all, the Mustang Mach E 1400 may only be mildly related to the production Ford Mustang, but it's not only a demonstration of what Ford and its collaborators can do in this space, it's also a massive advertising campaign for the Mustang Mach E. And frankly, what a campaign it is. It's all muscle and all car. I mean, just listen to the noise from those 7 motors working in concert to do all the things that an internal combustion engine car would struggle to do. It's intoxicating, and it counters everything that electric cars have been criticised for in the past. I know that Tesla has been challenging norms for years, and it will continue to do so, and long may it continue to do so. Its range of electric vehicles are market leaders for a reason, and its supercharger network, its battery technology, and its onboard tech is something that very few automakers can even dream of matching today. Tesla has convinced hundreds of thousands of people around the world to dump the pump and go electric. But the Ford Mustang Mach E 1400? That's aimed squarely at those who previously poo-pooed electric vehicles, even Teslas. It's aimed not at early adopters, but those who have held out until now. And more importantly, it sets up the idea that even if you might not be able to do it at launch, someone somewhere may, just maybe, be able to modify their Ford Mustang Mach E with off-the-shelf performance parts, giving wrench turners who have to this point relied on internal combustion engines for their fixes the chance to go electric. The Ford Mustang Mach E 1400 won't turn anyone into an EV driver overnight, but I don't think it's meant to. As we'll see with a promised appearance at a NASCAR race sometime soon, it's going to do something else completely different. It's there to take names, to challenge stereotypes, and to blow people away with its performance. And if we ignore all the particulates that will be flying off those tyres as they're shredded, it might be a little better for the world too. That's it for today's video. I am super glad you stopped by. If you'd like to help us make more videos like this, please do like, comment and subscribe, and you can support us by using any of the 3 links below, which now include Ko-fi, Patreon and Bitcoin. Don't forget as well that you can chat with the entire Transport Evolved team on Discord, as well as other Transport Evolved fans. There's a link below. It's completely free. But if you are a Patreon supporter, you'll also get access to special Patreon-only Discord chats within the same server. Thanks to the folks scrolling by on my right. They are our charged up patrons. Thanks also go to Jeffrey Songster, John Lyons and Regine Fellows, our self-driving patrons. And special thanks to our Starman level patrons, Marcel Ward, Reggie Watts, JP Fagerback and Sean Udea. If you're looking for something else to watch from this channel, Google thinks you might enjoy this one. So go and check it out if you haven't already watched it. And I'll be back soon with more fantastic content for you all to enjoy. In the meantime, I hope you stay safe, wash your hands and work to become a better kind of person. Strive for equality, look for the truth, and remember to treat others as you'd be like to be treated yourself. Oh, and please wear a mask if you're out and about. Thanks for joining me, and until next time, keep evolving.